Hey Chris, is there anything we need to do to get started on the next playthrough?
Need a monster to clobber that there Kirby.
I hear that's what they do best at MME.
Yeah, but I think you gotta get a money back guarantee.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're finally back from our Console Freaks hiatus. And what better way than to start with a series that is previously left unfinished?
Did you see the screen full of Kirby's?
Yes, the Kirby's attacked. This is Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. Trey, do you have any familiarity with this game whatsoever?
I don't. None whatsoever.
Well, then I guess I'll talk about my familiarity with this game. This came out in 2002 on the Game Boy Advance, and it was during the time, it was before I moved to Kentucky, it was during the time I had just gotten cable. Like, up to that point, we had PBS, and that was it. So, we had just gotten cable, and this was one of the first video game commercials that I ever watched.
Oh, yeah.
Was Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, and I remember it vividly. It was one of those things that kind of stuck in my mind. But Nightmare in Dreamland, it's kind of a, I guess you'd say it is a reimagining of the original Kirby's Dreamland.
Yep.
Which, if I remember correctly, was the first Kirby game to incorporate these powers. Mechanics, you suck in certain enemies and you can spit them out, or you can take their powers
And absorb them, become them.
The difference between this and Kirby's Dreamland,
Yep.
or maybe it's Kirby's Adventures in Dreamland, I don't remember which one it was. There's a couple new hats, there's a couple new powers, and certain powers have a little bit different. I'm going to say Kirby Superstar is a much better game as far as mechanics are concerned. Like, just getting this out of the way.
How dare you, Chris?
Well, the reason we didn't finish Kirby Superstar is, first of all, we were at the beginning of the channel, and it was just it was a chore to play through, because it was very samey, very repetitive.
Horribly repetitive.
But with this game, first of all, it's less repetitive, I would say. A little bit easier to go through. I mean, some of the motifs, like this little mountainous region, are kind of recurring, but it's not like every 3 levels is a grass level again, and you have to verse Wispy Woods 5 times. So,
Shadow the Hedgehog vibes.
So it's a little bit more variety to it.
Yeah.
I actually believe that this was the first Kirby game that I ever played. I think I borrowed it from a friend, or maybe I bought it. I don't know.
Oh dear God.
Yes, Crash.
Goodness.
It's a screen nuke. It's one of 2 screen nukes that you can get in the game. Crash and Mike.
Mike. Oh, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, a guy named Mike comes in, punches the living crap out of everything. It's Mike Tyson, really. Kirby summons Mike Tyson from the Great Beyond, even though, yeah. Anyways, so
it's a horrible thing to do, Kirby.
It is a horrible thing to do.
You thought Kirby was a monster on his own. No, just wait until he absorbs Mike Tyson. He'll bite off everyone's ears.
He turns into Little Mac's Final Smash. It's just a monster. Also, sword power is OP. Just saying, it's one of the most versatile and useful powers in the game.
Isn't it like that in every game?
Pretty much.
You can do oh, I thought he was gonna drop down.
No, if you grab onto the ledge for the one level,
yep,
it'll pull you up. I'm not showing off any of the mini games. There's a bomb mini game, which is essentially hot potato.
Yes.
There is a duel mini game where you like. It's one of those reaction games.
Okay, yeah.
Where an exclamation point comes up and you have to hit A quickest.
Save not die as fast.
Yep, press A quickly to not die as fast.
I really like this power up right here. That's,
The burning power.
yes.
It's really useful, but I don't like how it only travels on a vertical plane and then it leaves you completely open.
Horizontal plane.
Horizontal. No, it travels on a vertical. I know physics.
Yes.
I know math.
Oh, and you can't go up slopes either.
Well,
That's
you
stupid.
can, but you can't. It's kind of wonky. It's a lot of the powers in this game are actually kind of superfluous, which I'll admit is kind of a problem with most Kirby games. Is that there's like 1 or 2 powers that are really good, and then 1 or 2 powers that are just like not worth your time doing. Like, I don't think you ever see me get the rock power out of this. Sleep
Prince,
power in whatever game is useless.
You have to use the rock at least once. At least.
No.
I'm not gonna do it.
What
Not
else
worth
did I not use? Just like a lot of things I only used maybe once, like the spark and the cutter. Like the cutter, because with the cutter in this game, it's limited to...
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. You weren't joking at all.
OP, son. I will say too, this game is one of the hardest Kirby games. Like, and I say hard. It's not as hard as hard goes. Like, you wouldn't see me comparing this to the likes of like Mega Man or Castlevania. But the problem that you have is that anything touches you, you instantly lose your power.
Yeah.
And you got quite a bit of knockback on top of that. So, combine the two, it can make for very slow progression. And in places where there's like a lot of spikes, it can make it so that you run into the same thing multiple times, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's your standard Kirby game. With running and sucking up defenseless. These are supposed to be the citizens of of Dreamland.
You're just destroying them.
He's just killing them mercilessly.
You're supposed to be a hero, Kirby. You're supposed to be a hero.
This game does have a story, but you don't find out about it until after you beat the game.
Oh, that's nice.
And we're already at the boss.
It's too bad you don't have your cutter. Killed
got
him
a
in 2
tree.
hits. Oh, look at the tree. It's the tree. Hello, tree. You're going to die once again. How many times have you died, tree?
This tree dies in every Kirby game.
He's an immortal tree.
It is. Carved from the mighty oak. Haha, Mega's reference.
Mahogany. That's what it is.
So, here it shows our MacGuffin for the game. They are the Star Rods. And I don't know why there's more than one, because you just end up getting the real Star Rod later on. You know, the Smash Brothers one.
Yeah.
Because the Smash Brothers one is the real one.
What have the coconuts done to you?
You know, here's something that I don't like about this game.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it is a fantastic looking game, it's a fantastic playing game. One of the things that I don't like about this game is it took a step backwards from what Kirby Superstar did with the powers. Where in Kirby Superstar, each power had multiple functionalities.
Yep.
Like with the cutter. You could throw your little boomerang cutter thing. Also, you could do a kind of dash attack. You could do a little bit of a melee attack, and there was multiple uses for it. But really, there's only a couple weapons that have that kind of versatility, like the sword. The sword has a rapid spin in the air, and you also got a big slice on the ground as well as a sliding dash on the ground. The tornado. The tornado was one of the biggest advertised powers that Kirby Superstar this is Nightmare in Dreamland.
This is not Superstar, Chris.
This is not Superstar. That Nightmare in Dreamland introduced. It's kind of useless though, because you just bounce off a lot of stuff.
I mean, but does it kill enemies in one hit though? Or is it
Pretty frequently. You'll see in a second. Or not.
you just lose it?
Or I could just suck, you know.
Slide. What power up do you get from that one there?
Spikes.
Ah.
You turn into a blue shell, except it's red.
Oh god. Kirby leader shell.
Yeah. Kill everything. Whenever you see little enemies like that, just not able to move, boss time.
Yep. Of course.
And once again, like
I've
these
always
mini
liked- I've always
bosses
liked the
are
wheel.
really like one shot. At least for now, they get
Well,
a bit of an upgrade later on in the game. Like there's an actual boss rush towards the end of the game that goes by pretty quickly, but still the bosses are a little bit harder. And it pretty much covers every mini boss that you fight between here and the end of the game.
what's your favorite power up?
Favorite Kirby power up
Oh, he's
in
got the-
this game or
got
just
the-
in general?
in this game.
In this game, I'd have to say actually the parasol. It's actually, like I said, it's one of those. It's one of the actually versatile weapons that you can use, because not only does it have a good forward range, you get that little aerial, a little bit more aerial speed, because you got to glide instead of a float, and also it acts as an overhead shield. So you saw how those coconuts were falling earlier. Those won't hurt you. And actually, there's a point. Well, I'm not going to give anything away. I'll wait till that point gets there.
I always wondered how the water could hurt the fish.
The waters don't hurt the fish.
Like the
the water you spray.
Yeah, the water you spray. It's just Kirby's water is
Too much.
Yeah.
I think I die here.
Like,
No,
you're
I
gonna
don't.
die?
No, not here.
I think you will.
Oh, I think I did.
Yep. Oh, never mind. I thought he was gonna face him. It makes me sad.
No, they're just like in what is it? Superstar. He sends his goons out to you.
Of course.
I do think
He's
I
too
died.
scared to fight you.
Yeah.
So whenever he does, he's gonna be like, I'm the best. I'm the strongest. You died.
That's like a lot of my deaths here. Like I said, this is one of the harder quote-unquote Kirby games because it's so easy to die.
Yep.
What you'll notice is that like 90% of my deaths are completely foreseeable, and I felt really stupid after I died because like my deaths ended up being just that. They were foreseeable. They were really easy to avoid.
Yeah, you flew through that. Goodness.
Also, what was I about to say? Yes.
Yep.
I'm not cutting out any deaths in this. If I die, you see it. Because deaths are very unpunishing. Like, they're... I can't remember what game I was talking about where death was a slap on the wrist. But this is much more so. Oh, Mickey Mouse. That was the one. Death is even worse of a slap on the wrist because it's just like areas are so small, and you start right back at the beginning of an area. So you don't like, and there's no reason to game over, especially if you're good at that mini game at the end of the level. You can get a 1-up almost every level.
There's the rock. Before he gets to do anything, he's just...
Oh yeah, and that parasol has touch damage.
Oh, it has touch damage?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, so the mic doesn't go away whenever you use it?
You can use it 3 times.
Oh, 3 times. I like how he changes every time.
Yeah, it turns into a various loud noises.
Ooh, laser.
Laser's one that has marginal use. Really, the only time that I find any use for it is right in these sections.
Yeah.
Which it usually gives you a laser there, so there's no reason to complain about it. But I don't know. I wish they would have given the power-ups a little bit more use overall. It seems like something that if you're going to have this variety,
Come on, Chris, get it together.
why limit it?
Yeah.
You know? That's just my attitude, though. I'm weird. As bad as that part is, wait till you have to do those precise aimings on ice physics. Ice physics.
With the ice. All of the ice levels are great, right, Chris?
All of the ice levels.
Slippery slip physics.
I gotta stop yawning. I don't know why it is that every time I get ready to record, I just immediately, for some reason, my lack of sleep just suddenly comes into play. I mean, I can wake up after 5 hours and go to work, no problem. No, the second I start recording, I'm just like, no.
When I do something I want to do,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
By the way, that mini game there is timed.
This one here?
Yeah. Well, it is something that you can you time.
Okay.
And so
yeah, gotcha.
there is a way to get it every time. I'm just bad at it. But anyways, that's the end of the first part. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Goodbye.